people you run into on the street. Hi. Ooh, I don't have my external mic. Let me know if you can hear me. How are you? Friday, right, girlfriend? It's Friday with the Frenchie. It's Friday, and this is the Frenchie. Hi. Look at her eyes getting so much better. She still has like that massive crease. Ooh, that's an eye goober though. Oof. How's everybody doing out there? I really don't have an agenda today. I usually don't, honestly, but today I'm going to be flat out. I'm just going to ramble. Katie's here. She is. Katie Blair Capadona. Am I saying that right? Anyway, hi, Boo Boo. How's everybody? Let me know that you can hear me okay. Let's take a drink. What's everybody drinking out there? Ooh, I just made this cocktail. I said talk. And today I am drinking Deep Eddy cranberry and the sparkling water. I just forgot it. Thank you. So are you. Thanks, Katie. The sparkling water that Mama loves so much that we get from Kink Supers. Anyway, how was your week? I am just now starting to recover from my adventures in New York. That was something. Oh my God, I had so much fun. Such a good. Oh, Auntie Katie says she loves you. She does. She does. Give me a kiss for her. Thank you. Anywho, yeah, New York was something on a stick. Let me tell you. I used to live there. It was 33 years ago Monday that I moved there as a 23-year-old to New York City. Didn't have a job. Didn't have a permanent place to live. Have you ever told you the story? I left my friend. I went, let's see, I had never been cross country. I grew up in Illinois, and my friend went to New York for the summer to intern for an architecture firm. He's like, come out and visit me. You miss home. Katie, New York, it really was. Hey, Randy Blue and Kathy. Hi, you guys. Oh, I love you. I miss you so much. I love the pictures of you the other day. It looks so cute. I used to, Kathy and Randy were friends of mine for way back in the day, and I got to see you in Austin like 5 years ago. I need to see you again. Anywho, I went and visited a friend who was there for the summer, and I came back. I visited in July of '88, and I came back and was like, fuck it. Kathy knows this. Randy knows this because I was working with Kathy. And what's up, Joel? How are you? Joel's my buddy from Just Get Out of Town, that travel, I wouldn't want to say travel company, but a company that teaches you how to travel cheaper, not even cheaper, but for pennies on the dollar. So you can actually travel better for less. That's what I'm hosting all their shows. And I traveled the Jay Goot way when I went there, although I had a little bit of a snafu on the way back. We'll talk about that in a second. But I got it fixed. I did. Because of Hurricane Henri. Anywho, I'll finish the story real quick. So I came back from New York in July. I quit my job. I was working in insurance. I was an insurance agent. I liquidated my 401k, smart, and I moved to New York. And I had a friend of a friend who sent me his house keys in the mail and said, I'm in Europe for the summer. You can stay at my house for a month. And I literally flew into New York with all my belongings, and there it was, no job, way back in the day. So now 33 years later, it was so cool to be back there again. I freaking love that town. So if you haven't been to New York lately, wear your mask. I went to that concert on Saturday night, the New York Homecoming. Now, I will say, I think they planned a lot of this stuff back before the Delta variant, but, I got to see that screening of the documentary about New York, about COVID, being first responders, and then also about 9/11. And Spike Lee was actually there. We're sitting in Battery Park, and they have this big pop-up movie screen, and Spike Lee comes out and introduces it. There's probably only 150 people there. So that was very cool to see because my heart's with New York. And, then of course, this is down the street from where the Twin Towers were. The Freedom Tower was right there. Oh my God, it was so cool. And if you get a chance, that documentary is on HBO right now, so you can see it. It's called Epicenter. And you may or may not like it, but he has very interesting lower thirds. You like see how like this is my lower third with my name. He's got titles that are very interesting. But to be reminded how New York was the epicenter originally here in the States of COVID, and now everything is, and then to see the footage of 9/11, that was tough. Got to tell you, because there was footage I hadn't seen in a while, and I'm sure you know what kind of footage that was that they don't really show. But then I did get to go to, we took the ferry the next day and went to Liberty Island. I'd never done that. I lived there for almost 8 years and I never went to Statue of Liberty. Let's say hi real quick. You miss home. Yes. Hi, Randy. And yes, Joel, hey, post links, or I'll post a link too. Just Get Out of Town has a group called J Goot Village. You guys, I am learning so many cool tips and tricks on how to use points, how to get the best deals. My New York trip was like that. I got a very, very reasonable flight. And then I upgraded to first class on Delta because all my miles are just with my Delta Amex. But I used my Chase Preferred Sapphire. I'm going to get some good points. And my World of Hyatt, just saying. Katie says Manhattan is insane. Growing up there was a bit much, especially being Italian. I was like, are we in the mob? Yeah, it's definitely, it's like that. Oh my God, you guys, what's so cool about New York now is they have all of these, all the restaurants have built like this, almost they took like they built like permanent shelters out in the parking, like where it would be like the one parking lane. And so that's all their outdoor eating. It is so cute. I have a whole album. I'll share my Google album, or if you go back to my post from earlier this week, just all these, how they've zhuzhed up and created these adorable little spaces for people to eat outdoors, but still be away from each other. It was very cool. Sissy, I was just thinking about you today. Hi, Sissy. So here's the group. Go join this. I host a show with Joel every Monday, and then I'm actually in their coaching program as well. Yes, all the white tents and twinkle lights. Let me tell you a story about market lights. Oh, look at Deborah's here. Hi, Lioness. Hi, gorgeous. I remember a friend of mine, and I was like, "Oh, that restaurant looks really good." And he was like, "You know what? I've decided." He's like, "When a place has outdoor market lights, you think it looks really good." He's like, "It doesn't matter what the food is." He's like, "You're entranced by market lights." I was like, busted. Very true. I love you too, Louisa. How you been, babe? Good. So that was New York. I went down to, so we took the ferry. And here's what was cool about that documentary. We saw the first and the last portions of it. So an hour about COVID and an hour about 9/11. And again, just so weird to be sitting in Battery Park where all of this, everybody had been amassing, coming up from getting away from the buildings collapsing. And they talked a lot about in this documentary. First of all, he showed so many women in positions of authority that you really never saw it. You know what you saw when they covered 9/11? You saw Giuliani, little do we know, and we saw a bunch of white guys and like as rescuers. Okay. There were so many women in positions of authority. I was very inspired by that. And they talked about all the aquatic rescues, all of the boat rescues. So that was a piece we maybe heard a little bit about, but they really covered it in depth. And then it was cool the next day. My friend Gigi and Luke and Spencer came up, her kids. We had so much fun, but we went on a tour, the Statue of Liberty tour. So to see this spot, which I'm sure this tugboat, this was used to this ferry to rescue people. Like we kind of forget a lot of these details. So a lot of poignant. Woo! A lot of reclams. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Oh, God, Aaron's here. You got to get up. Auntie Aaron's here. She loves you so much. She does this. Come on, show the face. Show the face. Show the teats. Teetsies. I saw it, but you always have to show your teats. Oh, Sissy, good and overwhelmed, mostly good. Ooh, that was this week. A lot of emotion. So we had that full moon. That was Deborah's birthday. We had the full moon on, was it Sunday? It was, because here's the rest of the story. But I'll finish real quick. So I did go to like the Bull, down on Wall Street. People line up to get a picture with those balls. Just saying. And then I saw the Fearless Girl on Wall Street, right across from the stock exchange. It's very funny. You almost miss it. You almost trip over her. It's a statue, but it's very, oh my gosh, the energy it's, I don't know. There's something about that little girl standing with her hands on her hips, facing the stock exchange. It speaks a lot. And then we went to the footprints of the buildings, and I got to see Vinny's plaque. I also got to I walked down to Vinny's firehouse. Thank God I went on Saturday morning, and then I went to that crazy concert that got ringed out. Oh my gosh. So I got to see Earth, Wind, and Fire, Journey. Oh my God, Journey. Let's see who else. Jennifer Hudson sang Nessun Dorma. Now, I've never heard a female sing Nessun Dorma, which is the signature piece from Puccini's Turandot, right? So that was what, what's his name? Pavarotti always sang. And I guess the story, and a friend of mine from high school shared this, because I was like, why is Jennifer Hudson singing this? But I'm here for it. Oh my God. My friend Joe, who's my podcast producer, went with me. We were bawling, like tears squirting out of the face listening to that. But apparently, Aretha Franklin sang that at the Grammys, like in the late 90s. And Pavarotti got sick and he couldn't perform, and he was supposed to perform that. And they tapped Aretha Franklin to sing it. She crushed it. So to have Jennifer Hudson, who's playing Aretha Franklin, now sing this in Central Park on the Great Lawn, Christ on a cracker. It was so amazing. And people were really staying away from each other. We got there early. It did start to get crowded, and I got super twitchy because most people weren't wearing masks, although you did have to bring your Vax card with you. So we saw so many different people. Who came out? Oh, LL Cool J was with Run from Run DMC. That was amazing. And then Barry Manilow was like mid-song, and they pulled the plug because there was lightning bolts. And it's so funny because the mayor de Blasio is like, everybody head to your cars and take cover. And they're like, first of all, who drove here? Nobody. Maybe 2 people out of, I don't know, 100,000. And then you're in a park. So it's either open space or trees. He kind of tanked it on that advice. So anyway, yes, Jackie. Hi, Jacqueline Boulet's here. Hi, darling. Yes, they were so good. I did a post, and then I have a whole Google album. It's in the post that I did the other day with a video of that. Yeah, Christ on a Cracker gives. I'm just saying. Yes, full sturgeon blue moon. So blue moon meaning that there were 2 full moons in 1 month, right? This is just a scratch, by the way. Hi, honey. Totally thought of you. Jackie and I used to work together back in New York in the day. So I was kicking around there. Hey, Anna, nice to see you. That was super fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, just, going on that High Line too. If you guys haven't seen that, Jacqueline, have you ever went to that? Oh, you sold a piece of art to No Thugs Records. Good for you. That's awesome. Honey, that's great. You are doing the thing. I'm telling you, I love this. I love that you've come into this next act of your life of being an artist, which is so cool. So yeah, that High Line is something else. So just like it was just abandoned railroad track. I didn't realize it was what had been used to like transport just big cars full of it wasn't even for people. It wasn't a people train. It was just more of a transporting different things coming into the city. And then it just went dead. And I believe there's a lot of people that were involved in it. I believe that Diane von Furstenberg was either involved with that or with Little Island that's right across from there. It's like this little floating, crazy little structures that make this big floating island. Oh my God, so much cool stuff. But so I don't know if you know who Robert Reich is. He's the former political pundit, but he just is so knowledgeable. I think he was with the Obama administration as well as several others. But I swear I was sitting there and they had this little like place where everybody could kind of sit and hang out. I'll share a picture. This guy, I was just a little old guy eating a banana. I was like, I swear to God, if I'm sitting behind Robert Reich eating a banana on the High Line, I'm going to lose my shit. It wasn't. But sure looked like him. Mm-hmm. I know. I wish we had coordinated too, babe. That was a whirlwind, I'll tell you. Yeah, Carlos. And so I was going to try and see Carlos on Sunday. And I know that new island is so groovy, so groovy. So yeah, I'll share the link too. I got to go to Ad Vitam, which is this fancy spa, and that's where I got my second round of my pellets, my Pelicone pellets. The CEO of Pelicone came out. We got like all kinds of crazy treatment. I got the B12 shots, and I feel friggin' awesome, you guys. I just brain fog is better. My hot flashes are better. So I'm going to keep it up as much as I can. Anyway, so that was New York, and that was something else. But yes, so then like Brandon was going to come with me to the concert, and then he had to work. You know, he's working fancy on movies now, on shows. I think he's working on Succession. That CEO did. She's just adorable. She's my friend Amy's friend. My friend Amy is in the medical industry and knew I was really struggling with menopause and was like, hey, you got to talk to the CEO of Pelicom. So not only do they have the proprietary pellets, but they have all these really cool supplements, and they make the insertion gun. And I know it freaks you guys out, but the fact that they make this gun that's just so much easier on your body, it's easier for the people that are actually doing the work. Doesn't have to have you don't have to have a surgical license, and they hire a lot of women-owned businesses to make the parts and things like that for the actual insertion gun. Can't even love them. Yeah, she's really neat too. Notice all the bike aisles. Yeah, that was crazy. Like so I know New York really well because I lived there before cell phones. Jackie, you probably feel the same way. That like you know exactly where you are all the time. My friend Burgos lives there. He's the one that makes this. He's actually an event planner, but he also made these fabulousness. Oh, hold on. Remember this? Hold on. There we go. This is for my Christmas tree, but it sits on my desk all year round. So he's also an event planner as well, but he just made those just for giggles at the holidays. The company is called Pelicom, Jacqueline. It's so that's actually how you get the pellets in, and I get them. I'm going to get them about every 3 or 4 months. This was my second round. I got blood work done. I'm also on progesterone, which I get from a compounding pharmacy. So I don't know what the pricing would be out there because it's pretty pricey. But anyway, the shot was kind of interesting. So that was New York, and that was really good. But then I was gonna stay until Monday so I could see Brandon and then see Carlos. And then I woke up Sunday morning, was like, man, I got to get out of here. Like I know. Okay. So you got the pellets too. They do a little slit and a little insertion. And it's about that, but then like it's about $100 for 3 months of progesterone. And then I do all of the supplements as well. Pregnenolone has been huge help for me for brain fog, DHEA. And, I got to tell you, taking vitamin D and vitamin K. I don't know if you guys saw my podcast with, Jillian Leslie talking about having, she has MS, but she talks so much about the importance of vitamin D. So right now with this Delta variant, vitamin D and zinc, man, 5,000 EUs a day, if you can stand that, I will say that. So then they have a vitamin D supplement and a vitamin K as well. All right, back on that. Kept me off of the Metro train track. Sis, I know it. I'm telling you. And actually, Jamie is with Ad Vitam, the place I went to. I'm going to do a live stream with him, hopefully tomorrow if his schedule allows. So you guys tune into that because we all need to get our hormone levels checked. I know you all get sick of me saying it, but I want you to feel good. If we're not grumpy and we feel good, imagine how much cool shit we're going to get done, right? I'm just saying. You take a sublingual vitamin D, 8 a day, 1 for every 20. Good, nice. And I love how you take care of yourself too, honey. I do. So listen, I got to tell you, do you guys have Clear at your airport? Because if you don't, I've got a code. I think it's like $10 off or something, or like two free months. That's a lot more than $10. Clear's like the up of TSA pre-check. It's the shit. I mean, Clear is like this way for you. Like There's regular line, which is huge. And then there's TSA pre-check, not as big. Clear, come on in. You're so fancy. Oh my God. They do do an ocular scan. So if you're freaked out about that, well, don't use your cell phone then because it's tracking you too. But I loved it. So I literally, you guys, I was on the phone with Delta from 7 to 8:30 waiting. And then at 8:30, I was like, I got to start packing. I took a Lyft at 8:50. I was at LaGuardia because I was in Midtown by 9:05, and I got the last seat on the direct flight home. I know it didn't turn out that bad here, but I know it flooded a lot too. I was like, I got to go home. So I got to spend the full moon. So that's why how are you feeling about the energy? Sissy, I know you got a lot. It's been a lot this week. There's a lot of unrest. Of course, we have what's going on in Afghanistan. I'm not going to jump into it too much because I can only do what I can do here in my world, which is why we have to stay involved locally. I still need to stay involved. This week was the anniversary of Elijah McClain being arrested and murdered. And so I have to just stay locally focused. Jacqueline feels like they're bitchy. That's right. Anna, we can talk about this. Does not believe in hormone testing. Ooh, I don't know about that. Primary. Ping me. I always love talking to you, darling. I think that you should always and I think we should stop waiting. And I think men need to get it too. You know, they need to keep their business going. Just saying. Yeah, this week had some tough weirdness to it. One thing that I will say that I have been working on this week is being aware of what AAVE vernacular that I use, which is African American Vernacular English. That's AAVA. There's some things I've been saying that I didn't realize that I was appropriating from that. So I'm just going to say that that's been my cause this week. I kind of got caught in the crosshairs of an influencer on Instagram this week who kind of got thrown to the wolves a little bit. It was very interesting. And this guy, he's a very, you know how I get on the rants about make sure you know who you're following. And there are a lot of white influencers on Instagram who are doing a lot of the work for anti-racism, but they end up centering it on themselves. And so his people started to come after me a little bit. But the thing that I took away from that, on a side note, was a comment that I'd made that I had been using AF or ASF, and that is part of AAVE. And if I want to do the work as being somebody who is trying to be an actionist and make change in the world, I can't appropriate things. So you may or may not agree with that, but I would ask you to look it up. Just Google it. What is AAVE? Like they. There's a lot of phrases, and we as super pasty people, I'm just I'm working on that. So that's been my week. So that was a little bit of a painful. I was able to get out of that without too much damage, but I have to say, you know, you really have to pay attention to who you're following, to what you comment on, because they'll come after you. And so I feel so much compassion for the Black, brown, BIPOC educators who get shadow banned and who get, that's why I don't want to go on TikTok. TikTok, quite frankly, is pretty bad about shadow banning and really kind of, they really censor out a lot of people who are doing a lot of good work. I'll say that. There's something you can do on Instagram, by the way. You can go and change your settings so that you can receive sensitive content. Trust me, it's not going to start serving up a bunch of blowjobs. Unless you want that. You can probably find that somewhere else. But that means that there's content from people who are doing really great work out in the world that you're going to start seeing. Carlos doesn't use TikTok either. Yeah, we are definitely opaque. Carlos, I really wish we had seen each other. And I felt badly. I was like, hey, can you come in the city right now? So yes, went for a drive and you felt better. I got to tell you guys, getting out into nature right now is the thing. Man, just getting your feet on the ground, which I can only do a little bit in my backyard because somebody poops out there, not me. And I know I wanted to see you too, friend. And And Jacqueline, you get grounded. If Deborah, if you're still in here, Louisa, like we're getting super grounded is the way to go. I'm just saying. Hey, do you want to do some bong breathing? And then I got to go get on this live stream over here. So what else is going on this week? So we are in, I believe it's Virgo. Oh my gosh, I could see Jupiter and Saturn right above the full moon the other day. What I love is waking up early and seeing the full moon setting. Woo! That's some Mother Nature porn right there. Just saying. And then Venus is very, very visible in the night sky, which I absolutely love, for sure. Watch organizing. A TikTok and Emily Shadows talks about neurodiversity. Oh, good for her. Now, I love that these platforms, I did do a live stream on neurodiversity. I just dropped another one with Drew talking about Cuomo. And now we recorded this the day that he actually resigned. So this was about 2 weeks ago. But we did go on quite a rant about, you going to believe me or your lying experience, which is basically kind of what he said. Oh, you did. I will pull a card. When was your birthday, Carlos? And yes, Mother Nature porn. I'm telling you, waking up and having that moon bask, that moonlight on you, I felt transformed. All right, this is for Carlos. You ready? Ooh, this will be your for your year card. 825 or 925. I bet 8. So that's yesterday. Oh, yay, that was yesterday. There you go. I figured you meant that. My mind is King Kong strong, and I am even stronger. Boom. Anna, I love how you advocate for everybody. You guys post all your links in here. All your shows, all your cool things, all your cool articles. Deborah, you're spending a lot of time with your plants and your pup for sure. Your little Miss Lizzie. Post any fun stuff that you've been doing. Deborah, you did a good live stream the other day. Okay, here we go. But post your links. Look at that. Okay. You know what helps in every situation? The ability to be King Kong strong within your thoughts. Strengthening your mind leads to humility, patience, self-confidence, courage, honesty, focus, flexibility, awareness, gratitude, and the ability to beat resistance and fear gremlins to a pulp. When you create habits to strengthen your mind, meditation, creative expression, relaxation, self-love. I love how people don't put in relaxation as like a form of treatment and self-care. I love relaxation. Gidget and I just took a nap out on the porch this afternoon, right before we had to zhuzh up to get ready. This isn't easy. You strengthen the rest of your life too. When you create habits to strengthen your mind, you strengthen the rest of your life too. Relationships, career, projects, sexy time, etc., etc. When you understand that you are also stronger than your mind follows suit and levels up to superhero status. That cape looks hella fresh on you. That might be AAV. There you go. Sorry, I'm in that mindset now. Now I'm checking everything that comes through my head because I can. And why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I do things? Why shouldn't I work on my pronouns? Why shouldn't I work on not appropriating things? Right? At least get out of my white privilege mindset. Get out of centering. I always sneak in those little rants, don't I? You're welcome, Carlos. Hey, Chris Edmonds, post your book here, hon. Post your book link, my friend. You wrote a book with Mark, right? You're always doing cool stuff. I mean it. I store in my body that which I seek. Whoa, what's up with that? That's amazing. Oh man, sit with that one. Look at that little third eye. Okay, if you've lost your marbles, have you checked your pockets? Texting everyone in your phone about how shitty you feel after pounding margaritas with your BFF? Blackout Becky will only escalate the pity party for you. Don't bust on drinking now. I'm drinking again, so just within reason. You will only escalate the pity party for you and the unfortunate recipient of your complaints. Instead of channeling negative vibes to the peeps you love, this is good. Instead of channeling negative vibes to the peeps you love, slow down and focus on the support that you already have, like that fresh glass of hydrating water, the magic detox filter in your liver. The liver, by the way, is magic. Or that hot rubber ducky bubble bath in your near future. Deborah, that's you. When you take a ride on the Pound Town complaint train, you never end up where you want to go. Pound Town complaint train is my new funny thing. You might just end up, you might just find your marbles if you look inside your heart. Oh, look at the little marbles. That's cute. Oh, I love that. Yes, channel the good vibes to those you appreciate. Absolutely. And I do love that too. The Pound Town complaint train. It's easy to do. It's a hard habit to break, but then it's a very easy one to keep once you get into that. That's my advice for today. Breaking those habits. Yeah, Deborah. Exactly. Yes, darling. Get that rub-a-dub-dub. Man, I love that. Heather's been doing some sessions this week. That's what I'm going to go listen to. And one of the things she talks about too is after doing a clearing session, that you can do a saltwater foot bath or a full bath. Like, so using some Epsom salts is really good. I think I'm in the middle of, we were talking today, I did a session with her, that I'm in the middle of molting and shutting out old things. And it reminded me of when I was in South Africa last year or 2 years ago. I sound a little bit like an asshole when I say that, but I have a purpose to this. Remember that time I was in South Africa? But you know what? That was work and it was amazing. So I went to see this beach. It was called Boulders Beach. And it was outside of Cape Town. And it was there's what it was is all these penguins, these South African penguins were hanging out. And they were in this period where they were molting, so they couldn't go in the water. They just had to sit there and be grumpy and just they were messy looking. Oh my God, dude, this guy, he was like, F you, get that damn camera out of my face. Hopefully it'll clear up for you. But oh my God, he was a mess. He was just like, so they cannot go into the water until all the old feathers are shed. And then once they do, like they're just out there partying. Like, look at this one. Look at girlfriend here. She's making her way to the water like I'm a badass, which by the way, the water in South Africa, like, look at this. Gorgeous. The whole continent. I just wish my only rant about South Africa is you can still see the whole Dutch influence there. I was like, I know this place wasn't originally called Franschhoek. Colonization, folks, colonizations. They were very salty penguins. They were not happy about their sitch. Like, look at this guy. That's me right now, molting, changing up things, just being grumpy. He was very fuck you. We all know how that feels. All right, let's bong breathe, and then we're going to get out of here. Does that sound good? I don't have the mic, so I can't put my face up on the mic to do the close bong breathe. But just put, Heather always does good coaching about getting all four corners of your feet on the floor, get your booty, your sits bones all like, situated in there. And then we're going to take a deep breath right from the diaphragm, right all the way down there. Oh, take it in. Hold it in. Ooh. You know why I call it the bong breathe? Because it sounds like you're doing a big bong hit. You're going to take it in. Hold it in. Yes. There it is. Breathing, vagus nerve. Pay attention to that. You're breathing, hydrating, relaxation, right? Honey, I love you. Let's talk about this physician of yours who doesn't think you should get your hormones checked. I don't know about that. So I don't know about that. You didn't want to make a rash decision. That's always good. But I bet whatever you decided to do would be great. Okay, so everybody put their links. Deborah, put yours in here. Joel, if you're still here, I think you put Jay Goot in. Just get out of town. I'm telling you guys, they are changing the way I travel. I'm not going to do travel blogging anywhere. I want to travel better for less and not feel like I'm just constantly working. Don't get me wrong. I loved my travel when I got paid. I got paid to travel, and the travel was paid for, but now I need to just focus on the travel. So Gidget, yes, this is, hi Toots. This is TT. She is. So we're going to get out of here. Let me know, like I said, post your links. Anna says she has Italian rose bath salts. Salty baths are the best. Yes, they sure are. So I love you guys and have a great weekend, whatever you plan on doing. It's the last full weekend of, it's the first full week of Virgo season, right? And Deborah, I love that that was the last day of Leo on the 22nd. We talked about this because I'm the 22nd too. And a full moon. That was pretty fancy. Thank you, love. Yes, there you go. Birthday 2021. You always have really great. Anna, you would enjoy that. And Jacqueline, I think you would too. So I'm going to go call after this. I'm going to listen to Heather's, and then I'm going to go call my friends Peter and Jill, and they lost their pup today. And yesterday was National Dog Day. I got to tell you, that was the most refreshing timeline on social media I've seen, and I don't know what. That was good for my soul. I hope it was for you too. Back to school next week. So not ready. I hear so many moms saying that as well too. So, all right, y'all. I love you so much. Bye.